I am available to testify. I will support my work. I will go to court and I will defend my report in court. It takes a long time between the provision of the report, so at the end of the engagement, and the time it gets to court. And there's usually a bunch of stuff that goes on in there that I'm not aware of, but unfortunately the arguing spouses do and have, and there's lots of history there. If you go to court, I will be there to defend it. I don't have a problem with that. And I have been to court and I have been certified as an expert at court. Have I had a lot of my reports contested? None. I have not yet once had anybody come back and say, this was wrong. We don't agree. We think you screwed up. Well, that's not true. I had one guy come back and say, we didn't like the report. And it wasn't actually, it wasn't the shareholder. It was a shareholder who was exiting, and they wanted to know what the value of the business was, so that when they had bought in a couple of years later, they wanted out, and they agreed to hire a CBV to determine the values that they exited. The business owner thought, the largest shareholder of the business thought that the value actually had dropped. And the shareholder thought, the exiting shareholder thought the value of the business had gone up. And he was getting advice from someone else. So I wrote the report, and of course the value was lower. And the value was lower because of, it was an industry change in Alberta, right? The guy bought in 2015 and it was now 2018. And guess what? The value had dropped because the industry in Alberta has dropped, or some of them anyway. And so it was the advisor who called me. It wasn't the shareholder, it was the advisor. And he said, your report's wrong. And I said, it's not wrong. Tell me where, okay, so let's have that argument. Where is it wrong? And he couldn't pick the argument apart. He just couldn't do it. That's all I heard of it, right? It was one conversation, one time, one report. And I know that shareholder and exiting shareholder and business owner shareholder finally did do the transaction, and it was completed, and it was on the basis of the report. It wasn't taking the report to court and defending it in court. It was some advisor that the guy had read the report and went, this is too low, I can't accept this, and he didn't like the number. I can't help that part. I cannot fix your expectations of what it could be or should be or will be. I can only tell you my opinion as it is today, and have that number backed up, supported, and cross-referenced. That's what I do. That's what you get. And that's what you take to your opposing party. If they don't like the number, that's their problem, not mine. Then let them pick the report apart, and then let them come to me and say, we think it's wrong. I haven't heard that except the one time, and it was because they didn't like the number, it was too low. I can't help that.